On today's vape docket, I got another dripper for you, an RDA, and she's called the Petri by dOtMOd. So the build I have in here is a 0.3 ohm dual macro coil using 24 gauge Kanthal. The juice I'm using today is a new juice called Stars and Stripes. It's from my Fog Sauce line, and for those of you guys who do not know what Stars and Stripes is, it's a juicy strawberry with some tart blueberry and then mixed in there with some creamy custard. Oh yeah, and I have this Petri RDA sitting on this Tesla 120 vapor at 45 watts. Clouds for days. So before I go over the pros and the cons, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys up close, show you this thing, talk about the specs, then we'll come back and then I'll go over those pros and cons and I'll tell you where you can get one of these suckers. Here is the Petri RDA by dOtMOd. As you guys can see, there's their logo right there, but this is a three-piece design. You got the deck section, you got the barrel section, and then you got the top cap section. Let's just start with the deck section for this Petri RDA. Okay, this deck section is a 24 karat gold-plated brass deck. The entire base of this deck section is peak insulated, as you guys can see right there. The deck has a 2 square post design, and you got 2 large Phillips head screws, as you guys can see, which tighten down to make a connection with all your leads. You got 2 holes on each square post. Each hole measures around 1.5 millimeters in diameter. And here's a closer view of those post holes. And on the lip of the deck, it is double O-ring to fasten down your barrel and your top cap. So here's the base of this RDA. Okay, on the left side, you've got the Petri, and then on the right side, you've got the serial number, my serial number, 997. At the top, you got the dOtMOd logo. Okay, right here is the gold-plated brass pin, 510 pin, and it is adjustable. And here's a close-up of the 510 threads. 510 threads are buttery smooth, but what I want you to notice is that the gold plating, it hasn't worn off, and I've been using this thing for over a month, screwing it on different mods, screwing it off different mods. It's still going strong. Okay, another look at this sucker. Now, I did not go over the juice well, how deep this sucker is. It is 6 millimeters deep. Okay, it's a nice deep juice well. You can fit a good amount of cotton in there, a good amount of juice in there. Oh yeah. Okay, so all these tiny little scratches you see on the deck lip, that's nothing to do with the quality control for this device. When I first received this thing was flawless. Mint. I can't say enough good things about the quality control. The month that I've been using this, I've put her through its paces. I mean, I've used and abused this sucker. Used and abused her. So yeah, I'm going to have some scratches on there, but they're all my doing. Here's the barrel. Okay, as you guys can see, again, dOtMOd logo. You got 2 massive holes. Well, I wouldn't say massive, but you got 2 large holes on each side, each measuring about 3 millimeters in diameter. Here's the inside of this barrel. Pretty self-explanatory. Here's the top portion of this device. You got 1 single O-ring down here to seal into the barrel. That's where the drip tip goes. Top cap fits into the barrel just like so. Alright, so let's just say you have a dual build in here. All you're going to do is line up the air holes with the coils, and we're ready to vape. Okay, one thing that I do love that I've yet to mention is I love the tolerances of the O-rings down here. Just down here. Up here, they're a lot looser, but I like that because when I need to re-drip, I just pop the top cap off. It's easy. Easy peasy. What a sleazy, as they say. Okay, I pop that off, and then I just juice her up, pop her back on there, and we're rocking and rolling. A few more specs for you. Size, this is a 22 millimeter dripper in width, 26 millimeters in height, and also the top cap and the barrel are made of hard anodized aluminum. So that right there is an up-close look at the Petri RDA by dOtMOd. Let's go ahead and take her back to FaceTime, talk about the pros and the cons, and wrap this sucker up. Alrighty, so that was the Petri RDA. Now, the only con I found for this device, and this is a subjective con, but there's no adjustable airflow. But that being said, that is a subjective con. Airflow to me, I'm really liking it. I'm really digging it. I mean, between 0.2 and 0.4 ohms, that's where I like to sit for this RDA. I'm getting great flavor. I'm getting great vapor. I'll put it to you like this. I would say the airflow is equivalent to something like the Tugboat version 2 wide open. Pro number 1, machine quality. Mine came to me flawless, man. I give it an 8.5 out of a 10. There was a little bit of machine oil on there, but 1 rinse and I was good to go. Okay, here's the thing. Even though there's no adjustable airflow for this device, you can still run this thing in single coil mode because there's space in between the posts. Don't you worry. I do have a single coil build coming for this device, that's for sure. Another pro, I like how the deck is 24 karat gold plated, and I like the fact that the base, the entire base of the deck is peak insulated. That's pretty cool. That's something I haven't seen before. To me, it's easy to do your builds, and I find that the post holes are wide enough to use your thicker gauge wire, like your 20 gauge, 22 gauge for all you cloud chasers. And also, I find that the big Phillips head screws that make a connection, that screw down to make a connection with all your leads, those screws don't ever back out, and they never clip wires. They haven't clipped any of my wires so far. Like you guys saw in the close-ups, the gold-plated pin at the base is adjustable. Another good thing is every drip tip that I've owned or have used has been compatible for this device. And also, this Petri RDA has been compatible with all my devices, all my regulated mods, all my mechanical mods. Yep. The shop that sent this device to me to review for you guys is a shop by the name of Vape Happy, bvapehappy.com. I'll have a link in the description. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Vape Happy is selling the Petri RDA for $99.99. Now the big question, the big answer of the day, if I'd lost this thing today, would I go out tomorrow and buy one? And the answer is yes. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. It's below $100, barely below $100, but it's good in my book. The vape quality with these dual macro coils, anywhere between 0.2 and 0.4 ohms, has been fantastic. Yeah, I'd go out and buy one if I lost this today. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.